and the ways in which he was getting his shots and the whole floor game that he played?
He managed the game really well. By that I mean we needed him. We had to have him scoring early. They were making shots. We made some defensive mistakes. Talked about it in a timeout. We did it against Golden State the other day. We just made stuff up. We've had enough practice now where we can stick to our rules, and if those rules don't work, yeah, we can make an adjustment. And we started getting stops. They went to some blitzes, double teams. He became a willing passer. Defensively early, thought they really attacked him. He responded to that. His defense, from halfway through the first quarter on was really good. And then just you get 11 rebounds out of your point guard is just awesome. So just a complete game from him tonight.
We had talked about after the last game, the third quarter, and it seemed like that was the total switch tonight. What adjustments did you make? It looked like there were a couple different things you were doing defensively, and how did you feel like that played out?
Oh, there were no basketball adjustments. It was a halftime routine adjustment. That's all. They called the first time out, I think, for the first time in Lakers history. The other team called the first time out in the third quarter. They had a nice all right with the group. All right group. Yeah, we did it, So maybe that's the blueprint, just the coaches, just changing the routine a little bit.
What did you say to Luka after he missed that layup when he had 48? Like, you guys had an exchange.
There was some discussion around whether or not, I'm trying to get the guy 50, and I had already given him 3 chances, and I gave him a 4th chance. He gets fouled, and then he blows that too. So, but no, he was awesome.
Let's say, what about after the free throw? The last free throws before he subbed out. What did you say to him after that?
Oh, that's what I told him. I said,
okay.
You got 4 now. Because in the timeout, we were talking, and I said, I've given you 3 chances. You passed up a layup. Gabe had a wide open 3. Love good to great. We don't need to go good to great to great to great. Like, just take the shot, So, to do what we did tonight against that team, which going back to last year, I know the first game of the season was like a 6 turnover game for us. The next 2 in Minnesota were, if they weren't high teens, they were low 20s turnover. Turnovers hurt us in the series last year. I think we had 2 shot clock violations, so basically had 10 turnovers as a team. Austin having 11 assists and 1 turnover. Luka having 8 with 3 our primary guys really just managed the game well, and we got good shots. We had some timely crashes, made some timely defensive plays during that run in the second half. Just a really good effort from our guys.
Since Luka's not the only guy on the team tonight, I ask you about, what did you think about DeAndre Ayton tonight, the way he played? Did he play with the force you wanted to see?
Yeah. DA was great. I thought his patience for the game was really good. By that, Luka getting it going early, being the beneficiary of DA's screening at times. You get into halftime. I thought DA was playing really well. You look up, he's got 3 shots, and really just kind of let the offense come to him throughout that second half. And then defensively, he was really good as well.
You want to let Luka win out of
I'm
here?
happy to leave.
JJ, Laker fans are known for being so rational and reasonable and patient. Did you feel any of the angst since the opening night loss? And you told us pregame it was a very detailed approach for the last couple of days. Was that in any way feeling what maybe Laker Nation was feeling?
No, I have great respect for fan bases that care. I've already been warned by the NBA. I'm not allowed to use cuss words in here, but I like fan bases that give up. They care, and so I appreciate it. Got the chance to play in Philly. It's like an honor to coach this team and be a part of this organization and try to lead this group and represent this fan base. So I'm well aware that the angst exists and there's an overreaction to everything. I have followed and been in the NBA long enough to know that exists with fan bases that care as much as the Lakers fan base do. But it didn't change or affect, I don't think, me or the group at all in terms of our preparation for this game. And we have a really tough stretch coming up over the next week with these 4 games coming up. So we just got to continue to build, continue to work. Thank you, guys.
Luka, the statistical production kind of speaks for itself in the efficiency and where you're getting your shots from. But how JJ talked about you kind of managing the game, right? And when they were blitzing, making the right passes, the rebounds. How did you see that kind of the whole picture for you in defending as well?
Yeah, I feel like in the second half, they were trying some blitzes. I think the paint was more close, so that's how I tried to, how do you say, kind of control the game, And I think I managed that good today. A lot of times, sometimes I don't do it, but I think I managed that good today.
It's the first time a Lakers started the season with 2 40-plus point games. How about this kind of continuation from how you were playing with your national team, feeling healthy? How has this felt to start the season for you?
It's felt great. I wish we would have won the first game, but obviously it's a good comeback. I think Minnesota is a great team. We had to do a lot to win today. But myself, I feel great. Just trying to and want to win every game.
Luka, obviously you want to get everyone involved, but in the first quarter when they were burning up the nets the way they were, did you feel like you had to kind of keep pace with what they were doing? And then, I guess, how did things open up as the game went on for your teammates?
I feel like we started when they were up 10 in the first 5-6 minutes. So I felt we just needed to be more physical, not only on the defensive end, but more on the offensive end too. So just trying to drive the ball, read the defenses, and just go from there.
When you think back to last year's first-round series, what comes to your mind, and did you think back to it at all over the last couple of days coming into tonight?
I honestly didn't. As I always say, last year was really tough for me. Just want to forget about last season. Just trying to move on. But I didn't really think about that first series, just because we're second game. We're gonna meet them 2 or 3 more times, so it's gonna be a war every time we play them.
Luka, everyone talks about the joy you play with. You did a little shimmy there after the 3-point shot. Where did that come from? Was that a Steph Curry steal, or was that Luka's steal? Shimmy.
No, it's honestly because I don't know what to do at those moments. I said that before. I just do some stupid thing, and I don't know what to do. And that just came out. It's got to be better. I got to work on it.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you.
Ray, you guys had 20-something turnovers in game one, shot 20% or 25% from 3 tonight, close to 50% from 3. Minimal turnovers. The offense was clicking. 3 guys over 20 in the starting lineup. Like, what made things look so much more smooth tonight?
I think tonight we shared the ball. We trusted each other. The game one was a little different. Against the Golden State. They're very unique teams. So especially play against these guys, Minnesota. We played them literally last year so many times. So, and coming out from the season, we lost against them. So we knew exactly how they're gonna play. They haven't really changed their players. So we knew how they're gonna play. So we had a good scouting from yesterday to today. Right before the game, the coaches was on it. So we are able to play free, and then that's why we got all those. Assists and all that, what we supposed to do. So that's why we got this stuff.
Luka, what's it like watching Luka play the way he did tonight? And do you have to avoid not just watching him and making sure you get involved in the game too?
Yeah, it was just I was just sitting in the first quarter. I got out of the game, and I was just sitting and trying to look the scoreboard, and he was already like 17 points. I was talking to Brony. I was like, this is crazy. Just doesn't feel like it, it's just so easy for him, the basketball is. And that's the beauty of playing with him, he gets a lot of attention, attraction from the defense. So especially like me, you know, I guess all those easy shots, you know. Of course, you have to be ready to make all those shots, you know. But those are things that, you know, Luka can do. You know, just him being he has a ball, you know, he attacks the rim, whatever, you know. So it's incredible.
Rui, JJ told us pregame that for you guys, you know, good offense can lead to good defense for you guys. Even if it's not a Luka 49-point game, does it feel like tonight could be more of what you guys can be offensively, just from a process standpoint?
Yeah, I think playing with him, you know, since last year after the All-Star break, you know, it's been like, you know, fun to, you know, play with him for sure. Like I say, you know, he gets a lot of attention. He gets a lot of. We can do a lot of stuff, you know, like even today's game, that like fourth quarter, the second half, you know, they had to double team, triple team, whatever that is, you know. So you guys saw, you know, it makes us so easy, you know. I was wide open so many times, so you know, I think this is only second games of the season, but we have to keep building this chemistry and get through this whole season.
Rui, the 92 points Luka had is the most since Jerry West in the first 2 games of the season. When you hear that kind of stat, knowing the history of this organization, and he's doing that right away, you know, what comes to your mind?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, he just make it look easy, so it doesn't feel like it, you know. After the game or whatever, someone told me about it, and I'm like, that's crazy, you know. I just don't. It doesn't feel like it, but he, of course, dominated the whole game, you know, so easily, you know. I think, and it's not the teams that against, you know, some random team. They're Eastern Conference, you know, Western Conference final team, you know. So this is crazy, you know. I think for him it's so easy. I think we have a lot of things we can build with this, you know, especially the Browns coming back hopefully soon, you know. We'll see, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun one.
Rui, you mentioned before that, you know, DeAndre's a guy that also draws a lot of defensive attention.
Mm-hmm.
When he's aggressive like he was tonight, you know, just kind of what does that do for the team in terms of, you know, opening up the floor for everyone else?
Especially in the second half, he played really well. You know, I think he had the little, you know, madness. You know, the first half he didn't really play well. So when after the first half, he coming after, you know, third quarter, I saw in his eyes that he was locked in. So I was like, come on, you know, let's go. And he let it dominate the, you know, second half. So it was amazing by him, you know, just rebound, just being present on the defense, offense, you know, those tough shot. So yeah, he did all the, you know, what we asked for. So it was amazing.
八村選手、お疲れ様です。ティンバーウルブズはもうかなり戦い慣れたチームでもあるんですけれども、今日はどういうマインドセットを持って試合の方に臨まれて、ああいうプレーにつながったんでしょうか。
そうですね、去年のプレーオフから負けてからのこの対戦だったので、僕らとしても絶対に勝とうということで、相手も余裕の感じで来てたと思うので、そこは僕らも自分たちで、負けないようにというか、なめられないようにと最初から思い切ってできたと思うので、そこが勝ちの要因になったと思いますし、その中でチームとしてもやるべきことをしっかりとやったので、そこが勝ちの要因になったんじゃないかなと思います。
お疲れ様です。この前の試合の時にまだこれからフィギュアアウトしていかなきゃいけないっていうふうに言ってましたけれども、今日は八村選手自身スリーポイントを待ってるだけじゃなくて、結構中にも攻めていったりドライブインとかする場面が多かったと思うんですけれども、その辺のこのバランスっていうのを少しなんか掴んだ感じがありますか。
そうですね、それはゲームの読みなので、そこでどういうふうに相手がクローズアウトしてるか、どういうふうにやってきてるかっていうのを、そういうのを読みながらゲームをやってきてるので、そこが今日はうまくできたんじゃないかなと思います。Thank you.